What's the crack, guys? Welcome to today's video. In the last video I left you off, we had just beaten Latterdon in the second championship match, which left us on 1 win and 1 draw. So we played Shrule at the weekend and we had to win to go through, and we won. Really happy. We were actually 4 points down at half time. We had the wind. We'd kicked so many wides, and in fairness they could have scored more than what they had scored. So 4 points down at half time. We were coming out into the second half against the wind. We felt like we were the better team. We felt like we could have won the match. When we were in the dressing room, we felt like we were on top. We felt like we just needed to keep working and just be a little bit smarter, and that's what we did. We won by 4 points in the end, so there was an 8-point turnaround against the wind, so we were really happy with the second half performance. So yeah, I'm absolutely delighted. This is where we always wanted to be at the start of the year. We're into a quarter-final now. We are playing the Neil on Sunday week. And forgive me for not having too much content up recently, but I'm just so busy and I need to focus on my training. But without further ado, let's get into the video. Alright guys, so this is the video for today. What I'm going to do is a voiceover over this workout. Now this workout is a workout that I did prior to the last championship match. It was actually about a week before the championship match, and I actually did it with Dara. And I want to just put this footage in because I think there's some stuff that we can learn here, and it's also the first time I squatted in about 6 months, I would say. So first time I've squatted in about 6 months, so I was really happy with that. This is a really good sign that I'm getting back to full strength. It's also the first time I've power cleaned in the last 6 months as well. I'm going to take you through the power clean, I'm going to take you through my front squat, and I'm going to talk about the RDLs as well. There are going to be 3 exercises I'm going to focus on. So with the power clean, really what it's about is developing power around the hips. So we've got to get triple extension. That's where the hips, knees and ankles reach full extension, and that's where you generate force. So the force isn't coming from the arms. The arms and the traps and the upright row motion comes in after you hit full extension. But if you don't hit full extension, you're not really getting the benefit out of the exercise. So that was one of the differences between myself and Dara, was Dara wasn't hitting full extension or triple extension when he was initiating his upright row movement, whereas I was, and that's just because I have a little bit more experience with it. So while some of this footage is rolling, I'm actually going to bring you up to date on some other things. If people are following me on Instagram, you've probably heard about Project Alpha. I have a massive, really important meeting about Project Alpha today at 4 o'clock. It's not a make or break meeting because we have a good feeling about which way it's going to go, but it is a really important meeting, so fingers crossed that goes well. The podcast is going really well. We've again moved it away from my channel and we put it on a different channel. I'm going to leave a link to that in the description below. The Cúpla fucking podcast is the name. It's on SoundCloud, iTunes, all that stuff. We were talking about this week going to college, and do you need to go to college, or advice if you were to go to college, and our experience when we were in college. That's myself and Owen. And then next week is actually going to be about stress, and the stress one is really good. That's probably the best one we've ever done. Very honest kind of take on what's been going on here for the last few weeks. Okay, so with the front squat, what I'm focusing on here is again explosiveness. So you can see with the front squat that the bar actually leaves my rack position when I'm exploding up, and that's because I'm just trying to put as much force through that bar as possible. So I'm not coming up slowly, I'm coming up quickly, and that's what everything that I do for sport, that's the way you should be doing it. Because if you think about it, when you're on the pitch, you want to move quickly, you want to explode. You don't want to be moving like 3 seconds up, 1, 2, 3. You don't move that way in sport. So by moving quickly, it's way more of a stimulant to my nervous system, and that's again what I need for sport to help improve my performance. Okay, another thing that's going on then behind the scenes that you might not have heard about is I'm doing a bit with Canterbury Rugby. So Canterbury Rugby came in a few weeks ago and they recorded here in the gym. You saw that in the vlog, but all that footage now is being released. So I just posted my my little snippet on Instagram. Was actually yesterday, and I put it up on Facebook as well, just a 60-second video. I'm actually going to put it at the end of this video as well. Listen, it's just a cool thing that I did with Canterbury. It's funny because when I was actually there on site doing it, I kind of didn't, not that I didn't want to be there, but I saw it as like I was spending time away from what I should be doing, which is like either training or like working at the gym here. Yes, it is kind of good PR for the gym, and yes, it's good PR for me, but you know, my focus isn't really on, you know, my focus is on making Fit 100 the best it can be, and at the moment is for myself is for being the best footballer I can be. Now we're going to talk a little bit more about that at the end of this video, but I just kind of felt for like that day that I was away shooting that footage, I could have spent that on something else. So like, I'm not overly eager on going out and doing like a full day of shooting for a video or shooting photos, because again, I don't know, I don't see that as the reason why I want to grow my social media. Like, I don't want my social media accounts to like grow because, you know, I'm doing all this promotion work and like going to influencer gatherings. As an example, I have never been to like any influencer gatherings or any you know, fitness gatherings or fitness festivals or anything like that, because purely that weekend you'll be like, oh, there's a weekend away in Dublin to go to this event, or I can go play football. I always pick, I go play football or I have training or whatever, and that always comes first. Okay, so this is my RDLs, and this is the movement that really started catching me. Okay, so again, deep hip flexion is what's kind of causing my pain and my discomfort. Now I have found that it's gotten way easier over time. So this is actually the first time I've done RDLs when any kind of a weight in the last couple of months without any massive pain. I did just stop, so I did, I think, 1 or 2 sets on these RDLs, and I had to stop. So I'm getting there, but I'm still not fully there. First time squatting, first time doing power cleans, but the RDLs are still catching me. Now I am doing a lot of hip flexor stretching to ease it out. Again, I have a back trouble, so I'm having nerve root irritation, so that sciatic nerve is being irritated, but I'm definitely having some kind of a hip flexor influence. So whether the hip flexor is the main causer, or whether it's just gone weak and sore and painful due to all this inactivity and just due to the injury. So what I'm doing with the hip flexor, I've got to strengthen that, which I'll show you at the end of the workout footage, and I'm also stretching it. So I'm doing a whole pile of stretching every single day, and we're doing a good bit of strength work every single day as well, but the strength work has to be very, very light at the moment. So big screen on this one, you either get progressively worse over time because you get older and your body breaks down and, you know, you're not as sharp, so you either get progressively worse or you get progressively better. Now the person that gets progressively better is the person that reflects on, you know, his day-to-day, reflects on decisions, reflects on how he's improving, and does those little things to make sure that every single day they get a little bit stronger. So who's the person that progressively gets stronger? The person that goes to the gym consistently over time and focuses on, you know, progressive overload, and eventually gets stronger over time and over time. But the person who doesn't make it to the gym, as an example, gets progressively worse. So I am taking that approach. I need to get back there, and if I think back to a year ago, what my mind was like and what I was focusing on in my day-to-day and how I structured my day-to-day, it was all structured around making sure my body was healthy and my body was fit, make sure like I put enough time and energy into football, because at the moment, like, for my age, I'm 28. I'm actually 29 today. It's actually my birthday. What? That's hilarious. I'm 29. So I'm 29. I don't have 10 more years playing football. Maybe I have 10. I think I have 10. But I don't have 20 more years playing football. But I've got like 30, 40, 50, 60 years to continue working. So I need to make sure that I don't overdo the work and sacrifice the football for the moment, because even though Project Alpha is coming and that's a massive project, I need to make sure that I still, you know, make use of my time playing football because of the lifespan of my football career. But yeah, I mean, that's just a little bit inside about how I'm thinking now over the next few weeks. And again, we've got championship against the Neil Sunday week, so I am just focusing in on that. So social media, as an example, is going to take a bit of a hit, but I'm going to try and get some help with it to make sure I keep it going. I'm going to add in that little bit of Canterbury clip here at the end, because the Canterbury guys put a lot of work into that. That's the video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Good luck to anyone who's in championship over the next few weeks. We've had a load of students into the gym now starting. A bunch of them started yesterday. They're actually all from Mayo, and they all play football, so looking forward to getting to know some of those guys. Good luck to you guys if you're in championship, and come on, Park.
Right, lads, we're gonna beat these English boys. Come on!
Hi, my name's Colm. Today, to work on endurance, we're going to be going through cycling, running and rowing. We're here now, we're going to do some hill sprints. Ready, go! Drive, lads, short steps. Whoa! We're going to get into some uphill cycling now. Drive, drive, well on boys, well on boys. Drive up the hill. We're going downhill, lads. When we go downhill, it's your chance to recover. When we're on the flat, we still want to work hard. Stay working hard now, stay working hard. Lads, we're moving on to the rowing component now. We want to build good upper body endurance. That's it, lads, come on now, drive it on, drive it on.
Make sure to check in next week for skills training with David Wallace.